Am I seriously the only one who had a major crush on Lapis when I was a kid? Look, I don't mean to push toxic male stereotypes or anything, but...
Be kind with your words, please.
All I'm saying is that if I was on the show, I probably could have made Lapis very happy.
Starts a conversation like that. I just sat down.
It definitely helped that I was always a pretty big fan of characters who had the power to manipulate water. And as far as water-based characters go, Lapis was easily proven to be one of the strongest in this category by a long shot the moment that she was freed from the magic mirror.
Huh? They're not gonna let us leave.
Leave?
I mean, I feel like it's safe for us to come to the conclusion that Lapis would have wiped out the crystal gems during Ocean Gem without breaking a sweat.
I said, leave me alone!
If our boy didn't burst out Rose Quartz's shield in the nick of time to get rid of her insanely overpowered water clones, that is. Yeah, trust me, I wouldn't exactly blame you if you completely forgot about this, but Lapis was revealed to be able to summon incredibly durable and possibly sentient water clones of her opponents during this episode.
Uh-oh.
Stand together. Don't let them separate us.
Keep in mind that our girl managed to accomplish this unbelievable feat while she was trying really hard to stretch out the Earth's entire ocean in an attempt to make her way back to homeworld.
Never gonna happen.
And also while she was suffering from a gemstone that has been cracked for thousands of years. This situation gets even crazier when you consider the fact that Rebecca Sugar and the Croniverse made sure to place Lapis's debut arc directly after the episode where we got to gauge exactly how painful and disruptive having a freshly cracked gemstone would actually be for a gem.
Guys, I'm fine. I'm not gonna get any worse.
So we kind of just have to assume that Lapis, while being nerfed in every possible way, was on the verge of wiping out all of the gems at a point in time when she was under extreme levels of pain and also didn't even have access to her full power. With all of that being said, let's find out just how much that you've actually been paying attention to the Water Witch. Has Lapis ever summoned a single water clone since the events of Ocean Gem? This was undoubtedly one of the most powerful and interesting abilities in her arsenal after all, and as such, it had the potential to help the Crystal Gems as a team in a variety of different ways.
What?
Huh? So don't just stand there, do something!
I mean, Lapis Lazuli was literally a walking soldier dispenser, so you'd think that the show would. Nope, Lapis never summons a single water clone after the events of Ocean Gem, not even when she was supposedly going all out against the Diamonds during the huge attack on Beach City.
Knock her off this beach.
You don't want to test me, girl. I'll pass every time.
To be fair, it's possible that summoning water clones of the Diamonds themselves would have caused her to use too much energy somehow. But would it really have killed her to summon a couple of regular sized water clones of the Crystal Gems again?
We don't do that here.
Lapis's refusal to fight to her fullest potential during some of her biggest battles post Ocean Gem is only a symptom of a bigger problem that has been plaguing a ton of my favorite shows in recent memory. And that bigger problem is the fact that magic systems just don't seem to work as effectively as they used to anymore. You know, Steven Universe and Adventure Time took a few seasons to get there, if we're being honest.
UTS wins! And finally, every other power I didn't mention by name!
But I feel like we should all be able to agree that both of these shows would manage to craft a couple of the most intricate and dynamic magic systems in cartoon history. Or did they? Despite the fact that the land of Oo was canonically shaped by the mystical will of the Catalyst comets,
it's just here to like shake things up, you know? It's okay. We've got sort of a relationship.
Along with the subtle influence of a group of the most overpowered and nightmarish entities in fiction,
I'm so scared right now.
Yikes.
Princess Bubblegum would confusingly make it clear fairly early on during the season 5 episode titled Wizards Only Fools,
Darky, you have a cold. The cure is right here.
that she legitimately believed that all forms of magic could have been explained away with science.
All magic is scientific principles presented like mystical hoodoo, which is fun, but it's sort of irresponsible.
Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
But apparently not early enough, because PB would definitely express completely different feelings towards the subject during the season 2 episode titled Mortal Folly. While PB was in the process of explaining just how dangerous of a threat that the Lich truly was to our boy Finn, she'd let it slip that she believed that the Lich was somehow capable of controlling his target's minds without even laying a finger on them by casting spells.
He's casting spells, trying to get in your head and control your body.
You don't want to test me, girl. I'll pass every time.
Unless Princess Bubblegum just should have believed that it's scientifically possible to cast spells, then I have no idea why she'd ever unironically make the claim that she didn't believe that raw magic existed, especially after all of the insanely magical trials that she had to go through with all of her friends up until that point in the show.
Scooby-Doo! Zamma-bamma-foo!
Is that a real spell?
No, I'm making fun of spells.
What a sick joke!
And then there's the fact that PB definitely should have known at the time that there were multiple entities who lived within her universe that had abilities which completely went against some of the most basic and well-known scientific principles.
Wish? Yeah, he wished for the extinction of all life and I did it. Guess it changed his timeline or something?
What? Oh, God!
Like Prismos assigned power to create brand new universes by granting wishes.
Wish. Change the Lich's wish!
Or Death's defining power to break all the laws of nature by bringing previously deceased beings back to life.
Hey, I see you.
Jake, your head!
Huh? Who are you? Who are you?
I don't know, man. Who are you?
What do you mean? You're in my castle!
Despite all of these in-universe facts, I'm actually not necessarily saying that PB's theory about the way that magic truly worked within her universe was wrong. Look, I wouldn't feel the need to bring up Princess Bubblegum's unique views on magic that got baked deep into a character post season 5 at all, if I didn't strongly believe that it was incredibly important to this discussion. One of the most controversial and divisive topics when it comes to Steven Universe is without a doubt the debate on whether magic exists within the show at all.
Wait, is that a magical thing? He said it! He said it!
And honestly, it's always been really hard for me to understand why, because similarly to Adventure Time, there are tons of different artifacts hidden away within this world and even powers held by some of the show's characters that go against some of the most basic and well-known scientific principles. Remember this heavily mysterious scroll that Garnet was determined to burn during the season 1 episode titled Together Breakfast?
I have to burn this.
But wait! There's more!
Cool! Oh, I have to burn this too.
Oops, sorry. Garnet has to burn all of YouTube now. One popular fan theory is that the pigment that was used to paint the scroll was actually made using the crushed up gem shards from a couple of the gems that were shattered during the gem war.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
At first glance, this theory seems to make sense. I mean, it would explain the creepy whispering, but it definitely does not explain why Garnet felt the need to burn Steven's phone after he took a digital picture of the thing.
You don't want to test me, girl. I'll pass every time.
You did the same joke about 3 times already. I don't think it's funny anymore.
There's also artifacts like the replicator wand and the hourglass that easily breaks like at least 5 scientific principles just on their own. We should also probably keep in mind that our boy Steven would inherit the power to bring previously deceased beings back to life just like Death from Adventure Time.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
And Garnet can literally see the future, sometimes.
Garnet!
Alright, Future Vision was honestly one of the most damaging additions to the show, and I feel like this doesn't get called out within the community nearly as much as it should be. Despite the name of the ability, Garnet's Future Vision doesn't allow her to see or predict the definite future. No, because that would actually make sense. Instead, it allows her to see a multitude of possible future outcomes based on a plethora of different choices and actions made by herself and those around her.
So, can Pearl and Amethyst see the future too?
No one can see the future. Among those gems was Sapphire, a rare aristocratic homeworld gem. with the power to see into the future.
With all of that being said, let's find out just how much that you've actually been paying attention to Square Mom. Has Garnet's future vision ever alerted the crystal gems to an incoming homeworld threat?
Petey, come on!
But are we coming back?
There were quite a few of those, like Peridot and Jasper during the season 1 finale.
Jasper! They keep interfering with my work!
Aquamarine and Topaz during the season 4 finale. And even the Diamonds themselves during one of the biggest specials on the show. Based on the fact that we've had this many frequent attacks launched directly against the Earth from Homeworld, you'd really think that the writers would want to show off Garnet's signature power by allowing her to predict at least one of these. Nope, no. Lapis was the one who won the crystal gems about the arrival of Jasper during the season 1 episode titled The Message.
Everything here is so advanced. I can't even understand it.
Aquamarine and Topaz were wandering around Beat City kidnapping citizens for days without even being noticed by anyone.
A gem!
And Steven's connection to Blue Diamond would alert the crystal gems about the arrival of the Diamonds during Reunited light years before Garnet would even realize what was happening.
Wait a second. You don't think...
Blue Diamond.
Thanks a lot, you idiot.
Garnet couldn't even predict Peridot's movements on her home turf while she was stuck on the Earth after the season 1 finale.
These crystal gems are a menace.
Oh, aha! Look, I was right!
There's so many big mistakes made by the crystal gems that easily could have been avoided if Garnet's future vision was even 5% accurate.
Oh man, finally, that took all day.
It was important to make Steven feel secure. Okay, Steven, that's enough. Let it go. So this is what you saw.
I don't care about that!
I do. I should have listened to you.
You are welcome to keep it to yourself, because I don't care.
Are we seriously supposed to believe that there is an extremely likely possibility out there where Peridot kidnapped a couple of cool kids and went ham on some random cornfield?
Garnet? But I don't know where you get off attacking defenseless humans in your deadbeat escape pod.
What? Are we supposed to believe that there's an extremely likely possibility out there where Yellow Diamond wouldn't decide to check on the cluster again, despite the fact that she's been obsessed with the thing since we've been introduced to some of the other gems that have been working for her?
The whole point of coming here was to check on the cluster.
Stop singing!
Rose Quartz takes priority.
And what is the status of the cluster? I want my cluster.
I can't hear you!
The one time that Garnet has made a successful prediction was weirdly when Blue Diamond came to Earth to mourn at Pink Diamond's Palanquin during the season 4 episode titled Steven's Dream.
I saw you come here. I saw Blue Diamond on Earth. I saw her see me and find all of us.
I mean, she predicted everything right during that episode, and it didn't even end up helping the team. She still let Greg get captured and only told Steven about what she saw after everything went down.
This is the worst!
Sapphire's track record hasn't been that amazing either, but at least she managed to get a handful of predictions right.
I have no idea what she could... Why would she be a cowboy?
Which is better than Garnet, but that's not saying much.
But I'm the one with disability, so I've got to be our guide.
You what?
Alright, let's find out just how much that you've actually been paying attention to our boy Finn. We know that Adventure Time is a very mysterious show filled with all kinds of magical beings, but the question is there a form of magic that Finn can use on command? There was that one time when Finn found a way to tap into his cosmic side in order for him to summon this destructive arm, but I think that we can all agree that he probably wouldn't be able to do it again on command. The ice magic and magic that Finn performs while wearing the star robe doesn't count either because he never uses them after their debut episodes.
Ooh, right.
Yeah, despite the fact that Adventure Time featured a cast of some of the most iconic magical characters of all time, Finn himself would fascinatingly also be able to perform a signature form of magic on command. Got you. Oh, you got that one right. I'm still going to have to do the thing though.
No more half measures, Walter.
Because of his cosmic origins, Finn has been confirmed to have a very strong psychic connection to the universe, which gives him the power to summon animals, monsters, and mystical beings to come to his rescue whenever he asks. Finn has summoned an army of butterflies to help him beat up the Ice King all the way back in the season 3 episode titled Steel. Remember when Finn was on the verge of being lost forever in space and he decided to tap into his power again to summon that giant space moth during the season 6 episode titled The Comet? Finn has also summoned the ancient psychic tandem War Elephant on at least 2 occasions to help him in a fight. It's important that we clarify that Finn didn't create the elephant with his mind, and that it definitely already existed somewhere within the land of Ood. Darren the Ancient Sleeper recognizes the elephant during their massive battle in the season 6 episode titled Something Big.
This is all very nice, but it doesn't solve the mystery.
All of this to say that Finn's signature power to summon creatures within his universe on command is almost as damaging for Adventure Time as Future Vision was for Steven Universe. Almost. Princess Bubblegum's belief that all magic within her universe could be explained away by science is dumb, but it's also probably right.
I believe in you, Ice King!
Steven Universe kind of operated under the same logic, which is why the vast majority of the community will continue to claim that the gems as a spacefaring race are somehow all scientifically based beings, despite the fact that most of them are able to do, you know, very unscientific things.